Hi there, Ari Cross with Haven Horsemanship here, and welcome to the Introduction to Treeless Saddles course. This is a course that is an overview, so it's not going to go into a ton of depth about fitting or different treeless saddle brands. It is more about breadth of knowledge than depth. But this is perfect if you are new to treeless and want to know what it's all about, maybe the number one things to look for as far as if a saddle is going to fit your horse or not, or if you're just curious about more of the brands and how different treeless styles work and function. So I have been involved with Treeless Saddles since 2013, and I came to Treeless Saddles thanks to a lovely horse named Uno. Uno was the last horse that I competed with in jumping, and he had no ends to problems with treed saddles. I don't even want to admit the amount of money that I spent on custom treed saddles for him, that all within a couple months would hurt him. So when I stepped away from competing and bought my first little horse property and brought him home with me, one of the very first things I did was sell my fancy tree jumping saddles. And for a long while I rode in Mustang soft rides, and thankfully I at that point was at least familiar enough that I got some of the cheap Western felt pads that have the holes down the spines, and I cut all of the holes so that they were one long spinal channel. And that actually worked really well for us while we were trying to figure out what we were going to do for a saddle. For the next few years, I tried multiple different brands and tested in a very unofficial fashion. And then starting in 2019, I started more officially testing saddles and first came on with Edix as a US rep. And then since then, I've also worked with Trekker flexible saddles, with Hidalgo, and then unofficially, just of my own volition, have worked with most of the treeless saddle brands, and impression pad tested them and done fitting work with them.